Hey guys, and welcome back to biology. So, this week we're going to talk about where do our traits come from? For example, I have blue eyes. And I know that that came from my mom's eyes and my dad's eyes. But how? Well, that's what we're going to learn about this week. Now, to learn about where our traits come from, we first need to learn some more about chromosomes. So think back to last semester, and you'll remember where chromosomes are found in a cell. So if we look at a cell, we zoom in to the nucleus, we zoom in further, and we'll see the chromatin. Now, when the cell is reproducing, that chromatin condenses to form chromosomes. All right, so let's look at a chromosome. And chromosomes are made up of DNA. And remember, DNA has the instructions for making proteins. So DNA has the information that makes you, you. So both of these pictures are chromosomes. On the center of a chromosome, it's called the centromere. And so this is one chromosome. And then the picture on the right is a chromosome after S phase. Because in the cell cycle during S phase, the DNA is copied. And so we go from this to this, and these two halves of this after it's been copied, these are called sister chromatids. So how many chromosomes do you and I have in most of our cells? We have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Think 23andMe. Which means that altogether we have 46 chromosomes. Where do they come from? Well, we get half, or 23 of them, from mom's egg cell. We get the other half, the other 23, from dad's sperm cell. Now, how does this work that we could get half of our chromosomes from our mother and half from our father? Well, it works because sperm and eggs are haploid. And what that means is that they only have a single set of chromosomes. So rather than having 23 pairs, like most of our cells, sperm and eggs just have 23 chromosomes. So that's how we can get 23 chromosomes from the sperm and 23 from the egg, because it's also haploid. So that then in our cells, there's 46. Now the word for when there's two sets of chromosomes, that is diploid, okay? Pairs 1 through 22 of our chromosomes are called autosomes. And then the last pair, so pair 23, those are called the sex chromosomes, because those determine if the sex of an organism is male or female. So XX would be female and XY would be male. So we have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and each of those pairs is called a homologous chromosome. In these pairs, one of the pair comes from mom, one comes from dad. And so homologous chromosomes, what that means is they have the same genes on them. Now, what's a gene? A gene is a certain stretch of DNA, a certain sequence of DNA that codes for something specific. So for example, on chromosome 15, we have a number of different genes that code for your eye color, okay? So there's multiple genes that go into that. And so you get one set from mom, one set from dad. And then our last term to know is the locus. And a locus is just the specific point at which a gene is found. So where a gene is found on a chromosome. is the locus. Okay, so let's recap everything. And the nice thing is we're going to be practicing this stuff all week. So if I have a cell here, inside of that cell is a nucleus, the control center of the cell, and inside of that nucleus is DNA, and when it's not condensed, it's called chromatin. That chromatin can condense into chromosomes like during mitosis, okay? So these pairs of chromosomes that we have are called homologous chromosomes, okay? So we have homologous chromosomes, chromosomes, one from mom, one from dad. And those have the same genes on them at the same points, or that point is called the locus, okay? Now we have 23 pairs of these chromosomes, which means we have 46 chromosomes in almost all of our body cells. Our body cells, therefore, are diploid because they have these two sets. However, egg cells and sperm cells, these are haploid, which means that they only have 23 chromosomes in each of them. So that kind of recaps. Well, that's all, folks. Tune in next week to find out more.